Nowadays, relationships no longer last the way they used to do. But why is it so? My name is Dr. Sonia. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The number one reason why our relationships are no longer working, they're all chaos. It seems like there's no longer true love out here. Is sex. You heard me right. I said sex. Nowadays, the only thing people are doing in the relationship 247 from morning to evening is having sex. What is the essence of dating? The essence of dating is for you to get to know the other person better. So that, of course, we don't date for fun. There's no point dating for fun. We date because dating someone should mostly end up to marriage. That is, if you feel you're comfortable with what you know about that person. That is the essence of dating. But people have transformed dating into a sex arena. When you visit your girlfriend, you are horny. When she visits you, she's horny. You date for almost 1 year. And the only thing you know, the only tangible thing you know about that person is the number of panties that person has. The color of her favorite panty. How beautiful, how long his manhood is. Those are the major things we are knowing from dating people in our current generation. Because all we are doing is sex, 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 and a lot of sex. I'm not saying sex is bad. Don't misquote me. But the essence of dating is knowing one another. Get to know that person. Offend that person. See how they react when they're angry. Say no to something and see how they react. Because some of these people are so aggressive, but we don't know them because the only thing we do is sex. And you know, when we are having sex, of course, we use all the beautiful words and all that. So you don't know the other side of that person because all you are doing is having sex. That is the number one reason why most of our relationships are failing, because we don't know each other. We don't know anything. You have dated someone for 2 years and you know nothing. You don't know how angry he gets. You don't know how angry she can get. If you deny her some love, you don't know how she will react. Communication. Spend time during dating communicating. What do I love? What do you love? That is the process of knowing one another. So let us stop misusing sex in dating. The other reason why most of our relationships are failing, it's failure to communicate our feelings, our expectations. We are not communicating. Because we are all busy having sex, we don't take time to communicate our expectations. Of course, everyone gets into a relationship with a bunch of expectations. Like, maybe I'm getting into this relationship and I expect that, like, this guy is supposed, to show me respect, to show me love, not to beat me. That is the first thing. Like, when I get into a relationship, the first thing I communicate to someone is that you are not allowed to physically manhandle me. That's my expectation. I don't expect to be someone's punching bag. And it's the number one thing I communicate in a relationship before I get to know how angry someone gets. That's what I communicate. But we are not communicating. Your partner come into that relationship with expectations of a lot of, money. You have a lot of money, you'll be giving her money. Of course, most of us ladies tend to think that, oh, this guy knows now that I'm his girlfriend, he should give me money. But there are guys who will not spend on you until you become their wives. So there we have what we call language barrier. Nobody is communicating their expectations. So the moment that guy fails to think, fails to know that you expect him to give you money, of course you get bored. And that's the time now you start, pulling away, and you want to leave him because he's not meeting your expectations. Expectations that you did not communicate in the first place. Some guys get into the relationship with the hope of, finding this girl who is, so good in bed and to have so much sex with her. But there are girls who will not have sex until they are married. There are girls who will not compromise their values until they are married. So there and there we have what we call language barrier. No one is communicating. She's not saying that I cannot have sex before marriage because she's afraid of losing him. You cannot say that I don't give money to girls I've not married because you're afraid of losing her. We are not communicating. Communicate your feelings. Tell that person, I love a guy who calls me 10 times in a day. But what if he's a kind of a person who calls after 5 days? And you want a guy who calls you every other second, every other minute. Of course, your expectations are not going to be met. And that relationship at the end of the day will have to end because nobody stays where their expectations are not met. Even myself, I don't stay in places where my expectations are not met. If they are realistic expectations, then they should be met. If they are unrealistic, maybe I can compromise. But if they are realistic, then they have to be met in one way or another. Okay? So let us learn how to communicate our feelings, our expectations to the people we are dating so that they can know exactly how to deal with us. So that we are not getting this frustrated and you go out there telling people, oh, I don't know, love is a scam. Oh, there's no true love. Oh, true love is there. Communicate your expectations. Duh. Another thing that's making our relationships to die very young is the issue of unrealistic expectations. In as much as I've said we should communicate our expectations in a relationship, then the issue of how realistic these expectations are is very important. Yes, very important. You find someone getting into a relationship with the mindset of wanting to turn someone's daughter into a slave, kind of. You want a girlfriend who will be washing your clothes, who will be coming to do laundry every other day, to do laundry every other day. You want a girl, you want a package. But some of us will not do that to our boyfriends. Myself, I cannot find myself unless you're sick. I will not clean for a boyfriend. I will not cook for a boyfriend unless he comes into my house. Of course, it's natural to be hospitable. So when people come to your house, of course, it's natural for you, to cook for them, even something small. So you there as a guy, you have all these expectations of a wife material on a girl you have not married. That's unrealistic expectation, because any woman who has her common sense intact will not go doing wife duties to a boyfriend. So when you find this guy, this lady who comes into your house, eats and waits for you to cook, eats and leaves all the dirty dishes and your clothes there, then you are busy shouting there, yeah, it's not a wife material. It's not wife material. It's not wife material. Let us stop these unrealistic expectations. She's not yet your wife, so let us drop some of these unrealistic expectations. Another unrealistic expectation is when you are demanding too much. You know your boyfriend is not rich and you are all over demanding very big demands. You're making demands that people have not heard about. Oh, today you want pizza, tomorrow you want iPhone, the other day you want dresses, the other day you want shoes, the other day you want money for hair. You are becoming a burden. That's being a burden. It's good to learn that person and understand what can he afford to give me. Another reason why we are finding ourselves in relationships that are not working is due to lack of good models for healthy relationships. We all need good models for healthy relationships for us to thrive in our relationship. For the longest time, I've not seen, that. Of course, there are no perfect relationships, but there's something close to perfection. It's been so long since I saw that, perfect relationship that I would love to have a relationship like that. That's why most of us have not seen relationships that are working, because they are rare. They are not many. Most of the relationships we have out here are very toxic. Some people are just together because maybe by mistake you got a child, and from the humanity, whatever, you don't want that child to suffer, so you are together, pressing yourself on a place where you are not appreciated, you are not wanted, just because you have a child together. So this has discouraged so many people out there. Most people who are not married are not even eager to get married, because the ones who are getting married, they are busy looking for exits. They want to come out. Most of them. So we are lacking a good model for a healthy relationship, which is very it's not good for our society. So that one in a way or another, it's affecting how successful our relationships become, because nobody is willing to become a victim of a bad relationship out there. And yeah, so, and also another, not very major, but as something else that's affecting our relationships so badly, is when we go about gossiping about our relationships with families, with friends. Out there's nothing like a perfect relationship. So learn to solve problems within your relationships without involving third parties, because it is the presence of third parties that will ruin the good relationships that we have. And of course, there's no person who is perfect. Even myself, when I get into a relationship, I'm not getting there into with a mindset of that I'm a package, I'm perfect. No, I'm not a package and I'm not a perfect. So of course I'm going to offend the other person. You're going to be offended, but at the end of the day, how do you solve your issues? You have to learn how to, as two adults coming together, because relationships are not for babies. As two adults who are coming together, you have to learn how to solve your differences amicably. You have to learn ways of conflict resolution, In history, we used to learn ways of conflict resolutions, something like mediation, arbitration. You can seek all these. You can seek the help of a counselor and all that. So let us avoid gossiping our relationships with our friends, because all they give you is misleading information. It's misleading because in most cases we tend to lie about our relationships. Does not buy you this, that, and they'll be telling you, hey, me mine. Woo! Another very interesting reason why most of our relationships are failing is because we are all busy trying to catch the other person cheating. You are all busy looking for evidence to show that your partner is cheating. That's how idle we are. Because we are not doing anything on the side to build ourselves. We are not growing our dreams. We are just busy, like our mind 100% is on that relationship. So you are busy, looking for looking everywhere for evidence that you show the other person is cheating. That you prove you right. That, oh, stop dating people you cannot trust. That person you are dating will sleep next to you someday. Because of course we said we are not dating for fun. That person will sleep near you or next to you at some point in your lives, maybe when you get married. So are you telling us you are dating someone you cannot trust? Stop dating people you cannot put your trust on, because you cannot babysit an adult from morning till evening till night till whatever. You cannot. So let us learn how to trust one another. It's important. Myself, I'll not date someone I cannot trust. What is the essence of trusting, dating someone you cannot trust? Date people you can trust so that you stop all this nonsense of looking for evidence everywhere on social media, everywhere looking for comments they have made to boys, to girls, to whatever. Stop looking for evidence to catch your partner cheating. It's instead of focus that energy on building yourself, growing yourself. Growth is important. Growth is important. Growth is of essence. That energy you have, that effort you have, use it to build yourself, to build that relationship, to build your partner. Stop trying your partner cheating. I'm talking to you. Stop trying to look for evidence to show that your partner is cheating. Because if you find out they're cheating, so what? So what? Will it make them loyal? People will only be loyal to you if they want to be loyal to you, if they respect you, and if they love you. So stop forcing things. Stop forcing people to be loyal to you, trying to look for evidence to catch them cheating. It's not going to help you. It's only going to create chaos within that relationship. And that relationship will automatically come to an end. Lack of wisdom, that is. Give your partner freedom. Give them freedom.